Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what I'm doing is oil painting process videos, doing little art chats, and some real-time painting as well. So subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'd love to know what you have to say, and if you have any questions, I read all the comments so I can answer any of your questions about the process or supplies or stuff like that. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about this painting I did. I started it because I was having a hard time getting going in the morning, and I wanted to just push myself past the sort of rut I was in. And so I think that's probably something that a lot of artists deal with. So I thought I'd talk about that for a little bit, and then we'll get into the time lapse and I'll show you the process. So the main thing I wanted to talk about is the idea that you need to paint on days even when you don't feel like painting, because I have that a lot, and I find that if I can just get myself going and start putting brush to canvas or whatever you're working on, that really is the best thing for my creativity and being productive. So even when you just think you don't have anything in you, something will come out, and oftentimes it's can even be better than what you're expecting because you're not putting as much expectations on yourself. So just get into the studio, pick a photo that you might have lying around, paint it, don't put any expectations on it, and see what happens. Oftentimes if I start and I tell myself I'm not going to show this to anybody, this is just for me, this is just a warm-up or practice, oftentimes that actually ends up being something I do want to share, like this one right here. This was just, I didn't know what to do, I just needed to paint to get going, and I like how it turned out. It's loose, it has some energy to it, and it's not trying to be something in particular, it's just, it unfolded naturally, and I'm interested and excited with like where it ended up. So let's take a look at the time-lapse process, and I'll talk a little bit more about what was going on while I was working on it. So the photo reference for this piece was something I'd been wanting to work on for quite some time. So in that sense, I had something ready to go. But on this particular day, I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I really had to force myself to just get started. I sort of had this feeling when I was painting this one that I wanted all of the shapes to flow together and bleeding into one another, and not everything was fully painted. I did have that sort of thought when I started this piece. One of the advantages of doing something like this, like I said earlier, is there's no expectations. So I was playing with the texture of the paint being thick, I was scraping, when I did these eyes, I was like just going for the expression and the impression that she gave. I wasn't trying to be 100% accurate on detail. I think it's a good exercise. I think it's a good mentality to have always, probably, of low expectations. Not that you're not wanting something great to come out of your work, but that you aren't thinking about the end goal. You're just in the moment with the piece, like I always talk about being in the moment, but you need to really not think about what you're going to get from the piece. Just be in the creation process, not thinking ahead. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. You can find me on Instagram at Talbert Art, and if you want to help support the channel, you can use the Trekell brush link in the description below. That'd be great. Like and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.